I wasn't expecting that, and I went to University of Washington, then I went to Harvard, and then it became clear that the best teachers I had been at PLU. So I want to tell that to students when I talk to them tonight, to savor this place and this moment, that it's very special. What I encourage them to do is to try to be a generalist and a specialist simultaneously. A generalist to know as much as you can know about the world, to be interested and curious about everything, and then find a passion. But now you know how that passion fits into the general picture. You know what you're doing. So it isn't that you've closed doors and become more and more specialized and don't see the rest of the world. It's that you become specialized in something, but you know how it affects the rest of the world. It's very tempting in our society that we measure people by how much money they make, and it becomes such a standard measure that people don't think about it again. But it's true. Some of the saddest people I know are ones that went after money and they got it, and then they're not quite sure what to do next. We accept poverty as if we can't do anything about it. And there's nothing preordained about poverty. It's the way the rules are that we've set up. And we call them the marketplace rules, but they're rules we have set up. And we could change this, and we should change this. And in fact, we should be embarrassed that we allow poverty to continue existing. Over the years, we've learned a lot about poverty and things we could do. Where I would start is what CTAC has been trying to do, have a minimum wage that doesn't go up by 10%, but actually goes to $15, and then index it so that you don't have to return to it. I think we should be asking about a $20 an hour minimum wage indexed so that people have a livable wage. And what would this mean for the rest of us? A little bit, but not much. And it would be a better society that doesn't have these wide gaps between the rich and the poor. We have a great history to fall back on with inspirational people along the way. And we put them together finding our own minds, and we add to that the people who inspired us in our families and our friends and faculty until we have developed our own philosophy of life. And that's the important thing, not to have a life plan, but to have a life philosophy. There wasn't a time when I wanted to give up, but there were times when I thought we might not be able to do this. And that's when tenacity becomes very important, to not give in to the belief that it can't be done. Tenacity doesn't always work, but it's the only thing that does work.